Yo, what up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lucid Rob. Today we're going to look at more videos that you send me from all over the internet. Just the weirdest things that we can possibly look and watch and stuff. So let's talk about it.
All right, I don't know if you've been feeling it, but we just went through one of the biggest timeline collapses and shifts since 2012. Remember when everyone all of a sudden started to get these weird Mandela effects like Fruit Loops or Febreze or Berenstein versus Berenstein Bears, or Luke, I am your father versus No, I am your father? We just went through that just this past week. If you've been suffering with headaches, body aches, a lot of nausea, even a little bit of dizziness or vertigo, most likely you were feeling it in your body, and that probably means that you're an extra sensitive individual. Of course, we've also been having an uptick of crazy, insane visual dreams, as well as psychic attacks. This is all a part of the shift that we're experiencing right now.
Full transparency, I was randomly sick for like 4 days last week. I was completely fine. And then one day I just woke up and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I've been having some weird dreams too. My girlfriend as well has been having some really weird dreams and wasn't feeling well for a couple days as well. Could have been from traveling. We did travel. We went out of state for a couple days. So kind of like chalked it up to that. But it's strange that she says that because now I'm interested in paying attention and seeing like what other Mandela effects are going to like take place here in the next coming days or weeks.
Does nobody find it suspicious that right when the celestial object 3I Atlas is what it's supposedly called is due to be closest to Mars, all of a sudden the government shuts down and you can no longer track it? Not even a couple of weeks after they stated how supposedly massive this thing is, exceeding over 30 miles wide. Do you know how fucking big that is? Or the 7 comets that somehow miraculously came out from behind the sun that are now directly on track with that of 3I Atlas, ones that are around the same exact size as well as 3I Atlas, right in the midst of all the controversy surrounded around the Epstein files, right in the midst of another potential world war. How much of a force fucking narrative can you push without the people realizing what it really is? Think about what you think Project Blue you know what would look like theoretically if it were to occur, right? Then imagine a method that could be used via, let's just say, AI, right? To basically miraculously defer every single nation away from wanting war and any further violence. How do you think you go about doing that? Especially when you need all the attention off of you. Definitely not a hologram of the second coming or anything. Definitely not to maintain the control that you've had over this entire round for thousands of years or anything. Do I believe that 3I Atlas actually exists? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But I know that I'm mentally prepared to immediately see through the bullshit as soon as it happens. Do you really think that in order to find God, you have to go to church or read this supposed scripture? Jesus will always consciously be a part of you. Everybody, actually. As we are all connected to one another, collectively. And this second coming already happened. Awaken your mind and notice what's about to happen, because a lot of people are about to willingly be deceived. And the chess game of deception only has a couple of moves left.
Wait, so I know I haven't released a video in like a week, but now there are 7 more comets the size of 3I Atlas that are following it now that it passed the sun. Why haven't I've not heard about that? Have you heard about that? And Project you know what? I don't know why I couldn't say Project Bluebeam. Maybe that hurts reach on videos. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I release this one. But yeah, I mean, I feel like now would be a great time to do it. I've been playing with AI. If you look at my YouTube shorts or my TikTok, I've been playing with Sora 2, the new AI video creator. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So I just have to imagine that the whatever we have isn't anywhere near as advanced as what, you know, the government has. So good luck, everyone.
What's that? Oh, scientists have recently discovered that your consciousness can jump timelines and actually warn you about things that could be coming up in your future? Tell me more! Yeah, scientists have actually recently discovered groundbreaking information, and they're talking about how when you get a gut feeling that it's actually your consciousness that had jumped timelines into a future event and then came back and tried to warn you of this event. Okay? Now, it's not only just bad things that could happen to you that they're warning you about. This could be things that could put you on a path that could make you successful or get married or find the right person. Okay? This was originally thought to be just your intuition trying to lead you in the right direction. But now they're saying that this, of course, is actually your consciousness that has jumped timelines. Oh, goody. What's crazy is these gut feelings can actually tell you how to avoid death. Oh, I love it.
So what if our guardian angels are actually us from the future sending back messages or signals to let us know about things like, hey, don't do that. Don't take that trip on your bicycle. Don't go visit that volcano. Don't try to fist fight that grizzly bear. Like, you know, like, I don't know who's fist fighting grizzly bears, but maybe don't do that.
Did you know that in 1977, humanity accidentally sent a guide to our own destruction into space? When NASA launched Voyager 1, scientists included a golden record with sounds and images representing Earth. The goal was peaceful contact with alien civilizations. But what they actually recorded was terrifying. Anne Druyan, Carl Sagan's future wife, had her brainwaves recorded while thinking about human history. She was contemplating the Holocaust, nuclear weapons, and centuries of brutal warfare. Those thoughts of violence were etched into the golden disc forever. The record also contained sounds of crying children, screams of anguish, and audio from actual wars. Mixed between peaceful music were humanity's darkest moments. Scientists believed they were showcasing our culture and achievements. Instead, they created a cosmic advertisement for our capacity for extreme violence. Any hostile alien civilization finding this record would learn exactly how dangerous humans can be. We essentially sent a manual of human brutality traveling through space for eternity.
Damn, so we're literally introducing ourselves by starting with sharing our criminal record. It's like, hi, I'm an Earthling, and I've been guilty of armed robbery and violent assaults and battery on civilians. Oh, Jesus. Well, it's no wonder that they don't want to talk to us.
Yo, did y'all see this?
The creatures who deceive the humans in the name of God were reptile-like aliens called reptilians. The reptilians like to eat the animals of Earth and occasionally enjoyed eating human flesh, too.
They brainwashed the Earthlings by using the name of God, when their true intentions were to invade and overtake the Earth.
So they blatantly are telling human beings now that the place they call Earth is nothing but a food farm for many extraterrestrials that come to the planet, and they see human beings as meat. It's the same exact replication that we do when it comes to us looking for food to eat out of these different farms, eating these chickens and the meat. And you know what's funny about this shit? We're replicating exactly what they're doing now. Because now all of a sudden they talk about lab-grown meat, synthetic ass meat. All of this shit is fake now. There's no blood in the shit. And we need to just sit that shit the fuck down. The extraterrestrials having the same conversation when they come down to the planet. Tasting humans and shit, what the fuck?
All right, let's see if this video stays monetized after all those F-bombs that dude was saying. Might have to cut that out completely.
I got something to show you guys. You're gonna say it's fake, this, that, and the other thing, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Let me pull these out first. So I have the Shazam video that they say never existed, which is Mandela Effect #1. Well, let me get this to focus. I don't know why it's not focusing, but it's Shazam. I have the Berenstain Bears, not Berenstain Bears. It's the actual book. And then I also have an original pair of Fruit of the Loom. Hold on. Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia. You can see the cornucopia on there. They say it never existed. But that's it for you guys. It's going back in my save. I'm hanging on to it for good.
So a lot of people think the Mandela effect is like shifting timelines and like jumping from one reality to another to where things would change. If that was the case, those things wouldn't exist. Assuming they're real. I remember cornucopia. I remember the Bernstein Bears. I don't remember the Sinbad version of Kazam. Shazam is a comic book character. So it would have also been called Kazam if it was Sinbad. Even if Sinbad was in the movie instead of Shaq. I remember that there's footage. Right, there's footage you can look up that's fake footage that Sinbad actually created as a joke a few years back to kind of poke fun at the whole Kazam Mandela effect thing. So I don't remember that being a thing. If you do, cool, good on you. But I think the Mandela effect is honestly just a psyop. I think that they've been trying to dumb us down for so long, make us incapable of making decisions on our own, and make us just like killing our confidence and making us question the reality of what we see and what we hear. You see it in the media and stuff all the time. So I think that's what the Mandela effect is. I think they're just like, just blatantly lying to us about stuff. So we just, believe things without questioning them, which is really stupid. Really, really stupid.
They just confirmed aliens are from our oceans and they have proof of it. In the Oversight Committee hearing that was broadcasted worldwide, 4 witnesses, including a retired Navy commander, confirmed to Congress that non-human higher intelligence exists and we're in possession of their technology. They said we have UAP material and bioorganic material, and so does every other country, and behind closed doors, they're all in a race trying to reverse engineer the technology that they have. They said they have video evidence of them appearing from the oceans all across the world, and they've been here much longer than us. We've seen the UAPs move and react so quickly, and based on their technology, they believe they're being controlled by a mind-body connection. He said that some of these beings appear to be interdimensional and that a human can withstand up to 9 Gs of force before suffering fatal consequences, but the technology they're working on is producing upwards of 3,000 Gs. That this is only the tip of the iceberg compared to what the government is not telling us, but let me know what you guys think about all of this.
Yeah, for sure. I can believe that. You have to think, if you want to take over a planet, you're going to take over the areas that occupy the majority of the planet. How much of our planet is ocean? How much of our planet is the water? How much safer are you in the ocean compared to being on top of land and having to deal with the elements and everything? So assuming you can build something underwater that's sustainable, can withstand the pressure of the water and whatnot, like, of course you're going to want to occupy the oceans. Of course you are.
3I Atlas passed Mars yesterday, exactly when an ancient Sumerian map said it would. At 4 a.m. UTC, 3I Atlas made its closest approach to any planet so far in our solar system, 18 million miles from Mars. Multiple space agencies, including NASA and the European Space Agency, are coordinating observations using various spacecraft and orbiters around Mars. They want to know where it's going next and if its course has changed further. 3,000 years ago, the Sumerians carved a star chart showing a dark object from Sagittarius brushing past Mars and turning inward. Many experts agree that the ancient map is a signal left by the gods, so humans would know when to look up and when to expect the gods' return. Yesterday, that same map was at the forefront of every astrological conversation around the world. Not only did the Sumerians perfectly chart the skies, but they did so knowing where the planets and stars would align today. How is this possible?
They were really good at math for somebody who was so incredibly underdeveloped technologically. That's I was being facetious there. But yeah, I mean, they definitely knew a lot more than we're giving them credit for. I mean, a lot of ancient cultures, we're finding out more and more about them, their ability to build, their ability for just the infrastructure, everything they had going on monetarily, socially. Like, we do not give them enough credit for the abilities that they had and the things they were able to do with what little resources and knowledge and even insight and intelligence that but modern day people, archaeologists, give them credit for. Definitely a lot of shit we don't know about.
So hear me out, because something crossed my mind and I want to share it with you guys today. Lately, no matter what, it's undeniable that there have been a lot of things showing up around our water, over our ocean, stationary, from motherships to the conversation of an advanced civilization again, to now we're talking about mermaid eating parties and also fishermen that go out finding these mermaids to serve them to, rich status people. Now, this is where I started thinking about some stuff, because in my last post I started talking about the mermaid eating parties, and a lot of the comments referred to mermaids as manatees or dolphins. Now, I grew up in Florida on a body of water in Sarasota, Florida, and I was around manatees and dolphins my whole entire childhood. Never once heard anyone refer to them as mermaids. However, my brain started to really get a little bit of activity going on because someone brought up something to me. It is illegal to have any interaction whatsoever with dolphins and manatees, which I get it, they're wild creatures, so yeah, just leave them alone. But there's even like a hotline where you can report someone who has interactions with dolphins and manatees, which are also two of the smartest creatures in water. They have a way of communicating.
Hey man, snitches get stitches. I don't care if you're a manatee or a dolphin or a human. You don't go calling hotlines, snitching on people. Fun fact, one of the mermaid origin stories is that lonely sailors would fuck manatees, and that is how mermaids were born. I didn't make it up. I'm telling you, my buddy's a sailor. My good friend's a sailor, and he told me that, and I laughed hysterically because of how absurd it is. But that's one story. So I know a lot of people say that maybe manatees were mistaken for mermaids back in the day. It's a little deeper than that, and by deeper I mean penetration. That kind of deep. It's gross. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me and tuning in and hanging out. If it's your first time here and you liked what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing, sharing with your friends, commenting below what you want me to see and what you want me to react to next in our next video. Lucid Crew, you guys are great. Thank you so much for the donations and the follows and subscribers and the shares and the content and the support and just everything that you do for me and this channel and the rest of the community. You guys are awesome. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. And until then, peace.